After working for a decade for brands and businesses, what I've realized that there are many small things that are often ignored. So I put together 8 brand gaps all of the business owner at least should be aware of. Not necessary that everything you'll be implement within a year on your business. That's practically not possible. But at least you should be aware of that all of these 8 brand gaps are important to close, depending on where you are in your journey. And according to that, you'll tackle them on a different various stages at your business. 8 brand moves to make your brand unstoppable. So let's start breaking down all of these 8 brand gaps. ये कस्टमर एक्विजिशन कॉस्ट दिन ब दिन बढ़ रहा है और रिटेंशन कम हो रहा है. क्या इसके लिए ब्रांड्स कम्युनिटी बिल्डिंग पे इतना फोकस कर रहे हैं? So you as a small business owner, should you focus on a community building first? Absolutely, but how? By understanding these 4 core psychological triggers that build real loyalty, you can build your own brands and business community without any budget. Number 1, people want to feel special. This directly taps into self-esteem and exclusivity. Being proud to display your affiliation, especially on social media, and signaling intelligence and status. This is really powerful if you are into a premium product segment. People join these communities to have access or a badge of honor. Second, people want their tribe. They want to belong to a group that share the same passion that they have. For example, motorcycle showroom creates a group, weekend rider crew or something, where all of these customers come together, they create plans where they find the like-minded people. Number 3, people want secret access, scarcity and curiosity. Straight to the point, imagine a sneaker store offering a vault members early access to limited drops and rare sizes. And finally, number 4, people want to level up. They want to learn and contribute. Give them expert tips and insights that make them feel up to date and ahead by just being in your community. Once you understand these 4 core principles, you'll be easily figure out how to build your community for your brand and businesses. Here's how small brands can actually leverage the power of partnerships. Well, you have seen these large brands collaborate with other brands and with influencers to expand their reach amazingly. These partnerships are carefully chosen to enhance the credibility and create buzz around the brands. Adidas and Kanye West collaboration for a Yeezy line is a prime example. Adidas was able to reach new audience and build cultural prestige beyond the sports sphere. Small businesses either don't collaborate with other brands or they collaborate with the brands whose values does not align with their brand values. There is a practical approach for that. Do this instead. First, start with small, low-risk collaboration and test compatibility. Try creating a small batch products together or bundling your services. For example, a premium tea brand collaborating with a designer stationery brand to launch Sip and Scribble limited edition. And make sure you're clear on what each brand brings, their audience, expertise or distribution. We all know Apple maintains clean and minimal design to all their touchpoints. From the packaging to store design to their website, you can always tell Apple as a sleek aesthetics, which is a part of brand promise. Because consistency builds trust and recognition. While the small business owner will think, "Bhai, ye to bade logon ke kaam hai," they will use different colors, language, communications, narratives across all different websites, social media, print material, promotional material. They'll confuse the audience. And then those brands will come who will waste so much of their time perfecting the exact same color code across all their social media page. Everything so same. That's not consistency. That's just called a boring. But then what to do instead? Now what is the practical approach to do it? Do these simple 4 things if you are just starting up. Start with just 1 page simple brand guide. Add your logo, font, color, maximum 2-3. And then go to Pinterest, find out some nice creatives and images that goes with your brand that you think and create a small mood board so that you will get an idea where my brand looks like. Write down some do's and don'ts that your brand should follow always at any moment. Set up a shared folder with approved brand assets to all your team. And lastly, audit your touchpoints monthly with simple checklist. Large brands often push their boundaries in terms of innovation.
रॉयल फैशन से ही, NK क्लॉथ्स से ही, पास वाली लक्ष्मी कलेक्शन से ही.
They create memorable experiences through design, customer interactions, and that is why their brand always feel fresh and ahead of the curve. Like IKEA use augmented reality in their app so that customer can visualize actual furniture in their home before taking any purchase decision. Well, small businesses will be hesitant doing such experiments. Of course, they have budget constraint, but what is the practical approach for this? Let's do this instead. First, look at what's already working. Borrow proven ideas from other industries and adapt them in your own way. Use a pre-sale strategy to validate demand and fund your ideas before investing too much. Start with beta version instead of full-scale launch. Break it into a smaller, cheaper version first. And to make innovation even faster and more cost-friendly, leverage AI tools. Well, these simple small experiments within 2 to 3 months may give you big leverage. If you have a small business and a story, then your small story is your superpower that you're not noticing it, but big brands know this, and here's how they are winning the narrative games. Nike is not just selling shoes, instead their main job is to inspire all level of athletes. Their iconic slogan, "Just Do It," has become a synonymous with personal empowerment and overcoming challenges. Large brands build their identity around beautiful narratives that resonate deeply with their audience. They sell values, belief, and lifestyle. This gives a brand a purpose beyond their functional benefits and offerings. This emotional connection differentiates the brand from being a product company to being a cultural movement. But small business owners often focus too much on product specification and they forget to craft the brand story that actually connects with their audience. They may have inconsistent or weak brand message that doesn't stand out in a market. But there is a small, practical, simple approach if you're a small business owner or just trying to scale up. Start with 15-minute exercise. Write down why you started the business beyond making money. Then identify 3 core values that drive your business decision. Then create 1 paragraph simple story that connect with these elements. And lastly, test this story with your 5 loyal customers and ask for their feedback. आप सिर्फ सेल्स के पीछे भागो and competitors building their empire. Stop chasing these quick wins. It's time to think bigger. Large brands invest in building long-term brand equity by reinforcing their values and identity. This means they don't rely on promotional offers to drive sales. Instead, they focus on building trust and loyalty over time. They play long-term game. Here is how smart brands building lasting value without any big budget. Coca-Cola don't say that they are selling soda. Instead, they say that they are selling happiness. And over decades, they build brand equity around their positive emotions and shared moment, making their product more than just a drink. While small business owners, MSMEs, and startups heavily rely on promotions and discounts, well, that is fine, that has to be done, but in a way that both are balanced. This may boost your short-term revenue, but it often undermines the long-term value and perception, making it harder to build brand loyalty. They're constantly running discounts and compromise the quality to match the competitors' pricing. What practically to do instead? Set aside just 10% of your profit to build long-term brand building activities. Create 12 months brand building calendar with small but consistent actions. Document the customer success stories to create a brand asset. Focus on just one premium offering that showcases your best work or product. Big companies spend millions to seem personal, but as a small business, you can do it naturally. Here's how. Large brands leverage data to understand their customer at very deeper level. They can create highly personalized experiences based on consumer need, behavior, their experiences, and their preferences, often using tools like customer segmentation and CRM. Amazon uses extensive data analytics to recommend product based on your search patterns and your product purchasing behavior, and that actually gives you a feeling like it's personalized made for you. While small business owners use one-side feed approach in all their marketing and send the same messages to all their customers, and they try to copy this personalization technology instead of using their small personalization techniques that they actually have. So what is the practical approach for this? Here you go. First, keep a simple spreadsheet of customer preferences and their important dates. Secondly, send a personal handwritten notes to top 20% of your customer, considering you have very small number of customers as a small business. Thirdly, create customer profiles based on actual conversation, not on the base of data. And lastly, create this as a small process to make a quick and personalized decisions. Well, when you can skip it, if you are in a high volume, low margin businesses, then personalization doesn't significantly impact the purchase decisions. Red Bull sponsorship of its extreme sports events and global content platform, Red Bull Media House, keep its brand front and center beyond just selling energy drinks. Well, big brands have all resources and budgets to create integrated marketing campaigns across all the channels like social media, TV, hoardings, outdoor, and even experimental marketing. Where small business owners will always have struggled to maintain the constant exposure, they often avoid the brand awareness completely and then they go and spend too much on marketing spends. But what is the practical approach for them? Here's how you can do it. Firstly, you don't have to sponsor the big sponsorship events. Rather than just find out those small events where your maximum target audience resides, which you can leverage with the lower cost. Create branded experiences that build your community. Partner with local organization and co-branded events. Capture content from these events and distribute it across the platforms to extend its impact. This way, your event becomes a marketing engine, not just a one-time activity. And that's all for today. Pick one strategy that fits your current situation and start from there. Consistency in doing one approach is better than doing all 8 halfways. And you can implement these strategies while staying true to your small business identity. See you in next video.